Hey everybody, John Houlihan here. Welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to do a quick review of the Mackie ProFX4 mixer. I should mention that I don't get any of this gear free. I have to buy it myself. So I'm giving you an honest opinion, not an endorsement. The ProFX series from Mackie are primarily designed for live sound applications and not so much for recording. They have versions ranging from 4 channels to 30 channels. The 4-channel version we're looking at is the most basic one and does not have a USB interface. The mixers with 8 channels and above do come included with a USB interface for recording, primarily I would say of live performances as opposed to multi-tracking on a DAW. So let's go ahead and have a look at the mixer. Hey everybody, okay, let's go ahead and have a look at this mixer. It's the Mackie ProFX4. You can see channels 1 and 2. They have the Vita mic pre's, which sound pretty good. And on channel 1, and they also have both have a 1/4-inch input jack as well. Channel 1 has a switch here where you can switch between line level and high Z. So high Z is used if you want to plug in a bass or a guitar. Then you have input gain for each channel. Also channel 1 and 2 are equipped with a low cut at 100 Hertz roll off. I usually engage that because anything below 100 Hertz is usually really low frequency sound that's going to muddy your mix anyway. 2-band parametric EQ. The first one is centered at 12 kilohertz, the other one at 80 Hertz. The auxiliary level is how much of each channel is sent to the monitor output, the monitor mix. And then each channel has an FX send controlling the amount of that channel sent to the effects processor, which Mackie calls the Ready FX engine. And then down at the bottom you have your stereo level. Now, one interesting thing about this mixer, it does not have a pan control. So on channels 1 and 2, the default is you're going to get a mono mix of those 2 channels. But if you engage this switch here, stereo pan, it'll pan channel 1 hard left and channel 2 hard right. Which is, I guess they wanted to make the mixer smaller. So moving over to channels 3 and 4 are combined. So you got channel 3 is panned hard left, channel 4 is panned hard right. So that's somewhere where you might want to plug in something that has a stereo output, such as like a keyboard. Plug that in there. So maybe plug your acoustic guitar in here, your vocals here, and your stereo keyboard here. It has a gain control, does not have the cut switch, has same parametric EQ, monitor send, FX send, and it has 1 level control for the 2 of them because you're assuming it's a stereo input. So that's kind of covering the inputs. Up at the top, very top here, I don't know if you can see that, but that's the an FX send. Here's for an external effects unit. This is the monitor send that's going to go out to your monitors. And then your mains have a left and right out, balanced 1/4-inch out, for your mains. You have a tape in and a tape out. This doesn't have a digital interface, so if you're going to do some recording, you would send the tape out signal through, say, an 1/8-inch mini plug cable and send that to an analog mic line in on your computer. Then you have a stereographic EQ for EQing the main output. So, and you can switch that between either main mix or monitor mix, and you can also bypass it with this switch here. Down here is what they call the Ready FX effects engine. So you can switch between 16 different presets. I got it on number 3, which is small stage. You can also mute the effects with this switch here. Then you can control separately how much of the effects is sent to the monitor mix and how much to the main mix. down here you have your headphone level, your monitor level, your main level, and also a tape level that controls the signal from the tape in. For channels 1 and 2, there's phantom power. You engage this 48 volt phantom power switch, so you can use fancy condenser mics. I've only so far actually used an SM58 and plugged in my acoustic, and the results were actually, and then I listened with headphones, and the results were actually a lot better than what I thought. Then you've got some pretty good, I don't know how many segments they are, maybe 16 segment dB meters, and an overall main out. So that's pretty much what you have here. Now, as far as applications for this mixer, I would say that this line of mixers is mainly intended for live sound. This one, of course, you could use for smaller gigs. So you could have an acoustic guitar plugged in here, a vocal mic here, keyboards here, and then you send the 1/4 inch line level outputs to powered monitors and powered mains. The main mix is stereo, monitor mix is mono. For recording, it's a little bit limited. Because it doesn't have a digital interface. But you can use the tape outs, send them into a mini plug adapter, and if your laptop or your PC has an analog mic line input, then you can record through there no problem. But it's not for serious tracking using a DAW. But overall, really, it's come in really handy for me because I don't have the money to buy a Thunderbolt 3 interface at the moment. Okay, so we've had a look at the mixer. So in conclusion, some thoughts. My new iMac has a Thunderbolt 3 interface, which made my FireWire interface pretty much useless, so I had to sell it. And I haven't saved up for a new Thunderbolt 3 interface because they're kind of expensive. So what I did is I bought this Mackie 4-channel mixer for about $150, and it allows me to monitor my computer output through my studio monitors, but I can't do any recording. I'm running a 1/8 inch mini plug cable from the iMac headphone output to the stereo tape in on the mixer. And the mixer mains are connected via 1/4 inch balance cables to my powered KRK studio monitors. Sometimes I also connect just like an SM58 mic and an acoustic guitar and listen through the headphones, play some acoustic songs like you would do in a solo type gig. And I found the sound quality of the Vita mic preamps is really, really good. And the effects are pretty good too, much better than I thought they would be. So for about $150, you get a high quality mixer for small gigs, podcasts, and you can monitor your computer output and feed it through your good studio monitors. You can use it to record podcasts and things like that, provided that your PC has an analog mic line input. But it's not really useful for serious recording to a DAW, and that's not what it's for, because it doesn't have a digital interface. The 8-channel version is an updo, but I think they're still made for recording live sound as opposed to tracking on a DAW. Overall, I'd give this mixer about an 8 out of 10 rating based on features, usability, sound quality, and the $150 price point. So guys, this is my first equipment review video, so I'm pretty new at this. Please leave your comments below and let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time.